Gear Tasting Radio is brought to you by Imminent Threat Solutions. ITS provides knowledge that empowers individuals with indispensable skill sets to explore the world and prevail against all threats. Right now, as a special thank you for all podcast listeners, we're offering 10% off in the ITS store. Simply use the code GTR to save 10% at store.itstactical.com. Welcome to Gear Tasting Radio. I am Brian Black, and I'm joined by Rob Henderson.
Hello.
Today, as always on Gear Tasting Radio, we're offering an in-depth look into the usage and philosophy behind the equipment in our lives. And today, I wanted to start off with a little bit of a celebration. Yay! Woohoo. Cue the fireworks.
I didn't get balloons or streamers or anything.
So Gear Tasting Radio has been on 52 episodes. This is episode 52, which means we've been doing it a year. So kind of a cool milestone.
Yeah.
And today we wanted to use the milestone to just recap kind of some stuff that we've done throughout the year, as well as kind of revisit some episodes and talk about some things that we wanted to continue from those episodes. So
yeah,
that's where we're going to go with it.
Yeah.
I will say the first thing that I wanted to do, since it's more topical in terms of a very recent episode, is we just had a chat about the 48-hour challenge thing.
Yes, the 5-item 48-hour challenge.
Yes, we came up with a really cool idea. So if you haven't listened to that episode, you can preview that before you listen to this one, so there's no spoilers.
Stop and come back.
Yeah. Either way, the premise of this was to pick 5 items that we each wanted to take and we thought were very important for, you know, I hate to use the word survival, but surviving for 48 hours in the wilderness. So we each had our recommendations on what we would take and what those 5 items consisted of. And we thought that it might be a good idea to actually go out into the woods and put our money where our mouth is, so to speak. So
yeah,
we talked about ways to do that and how we were going to make that happen. And we really didn't get much beyond just saying, yeah, we should do that.
I think we should lay it out.
Yeah.
Like, also, I think we should stick to the items we said we were going to bring.
No, I mean, totally, yeah. And that's it. So literally clothes on our back and those 5 items, and we'll just go out in the woods and see what happens. So we wanted to do this in an audio format so that we could do something on the podcast so you guys could kind of hear, you know, how things are going. So we decided to use these little Zoom recorders we have. We have 2 of them. And we're going to report every hour on the hour into one of those recorders.
What about when we're sleeping?
What?
What about when we're sleeping?
Oh, yeah.
Do I have to wake up? I'll probably just fake it. I'll be like, this one was 2 a.m.
I don't want to have to wake up.
This one was 3 a.m. Maybe we'll just do snippets every hour on the hour when we're awake.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
And that way we can make some a little longer than others. Yeah.
So basically we will be sending you dispatches from the field into those audio recorders, and then we'll put them together and play them on a podcast.
The results.
Yeah. I thought that would be a neat way to do it, and then you can kind of hear about how those 5 items are working out for us, and maybe
so it'll technically be 6 items with our recorder, but you can't use your recorder
for
survival
doesn't count.
Stuff. You can't like dig with your recorder.
You can't short circuit the battery and build a fire. All right.
There's nothing after hour 6. Like that's when I figured out how to spark it and make a fire.
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it'll be so bare bones, and then you'll have this like recorder.
So what are we gonna do about things in our pockets already? I mean, technically, if you
I think we got to dump it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's clothes, shoes, and the 5 items we got. Because I would be too tempted to use my phone.
How about a hat? Are we allowed to have a hat?
If it's part of your clothes, I guess. Start growing your hair out.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd like to do that, and I'm not going to do it right now. It's freezing, so sorry.
We have to plan this. There's lots of planning that comes in. We have to figure out, like, probably, I would say maybe like late May.
That's probably technically cheating because, you know, there's never a good time for survival, and people would argue that we should have just done it when we thought of it. And
yeah, well, we didn't.
Yeah.
We're waiting for better weather.
Yeah, we're planning it out a little bit.
I think it'll make for better content.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to get hourly updates like, this sucks. I'm trying to keep warm.
Well, I mean, honestly, I would have warmer clothes on, though, to start off with if it was colder outside. So
that might entice you to cheat by, like, using a jacket as a shelter or something like that. This way, you go out in, like, shorts and flip-flops.
Well, I'm not going to be wearing shorts and flip-flops. But, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was, like, a little bit of follow-up. We got a lot of great feedback from that, too. So it was really cool to read through all those ideas and get made fun of on certain things and have other people support other things we brought. And
well, this is a good way to stand by our decisions.
Yes, exactly.
You know? Like
we said it, and now we're backing
we
it
made
up.
our bed, we got a line.
And I think I'm pretty sure I said I would only take a hatchet and not a knife. And
Yeah.
so that's going to be
we'll see
gonna
how
be an
that
adventure.
goes. See how that goes.
So yeah.
And then I'm trying to. I feel like we should recap our items, but I think it's better to just kind of
Yeah.
move on.
I think we'll list it out. I think if we go back and revisit another episode, we talked about, in our first episode, we talked about EDC.
Yeah.
Have you had any updates to your EDC?
EDC updates. Yes, I'm trying to make my wallet slimmer.
Me too.
So
That's weird.
Really? That's your goal? That's like my goal right now.
I've just been doing it. Every
yeah.
time I take a card out and I'll put the card away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to live without carrying a bunch of cards around.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've tried to do. Also keys. I've really slimmed my keys down.
Yep.
And one of the things was just realizing that I didn't need to carry as many, and
Right.
you know, I could have keys at home that I could get to when I needed
Sure.
them, but I didn't really need to carry around as many. And I've done that before, and I got down to like 5 or 6 keys, and I thought, oh man, this is
close.
this is so slim. I don't have to carry around. And then now I'm really even trying to pare that down even more. So I'm down to 3 keys.
Wow.
Vehicle plus 2. So
Man, that's pretty good.
yeah, I'm getting there.
I'm bordering on not taking any cards other than my identification.
Are you trying to use like Apple Pay?
So yeah, I've been shopping a lot at Whole Foods and they take Apple Pay.
Okay.
And then offsetting it with cash, because I think cash is always good to have on you for just in cases. And I don't have just in case things come up over a certain dollar amount, so I'm never having to like, oh no, I have to do this. So I would be able to plan taking the card out of the house.
I've also thought about that too, just from the perspective of having to pay with cash keeps me from buying things like big purchases. So I kind of saw it also as a way to curb spending too, because if I have to go home and get a credit card, I'm less likely, to use that as a, a quick purchase. So
for some reason, like I used to pop in a gas station and
haven't
grab
done
like
that yet,
a
but-
bottle of water.
yeah,
I used to do that a lot. And now that I'm carrying cash, it's like, no. I just don't put it on the card. So it's interesting. I'm trying to kind of like wean myself off of it while still having it.
that's interesting.
And then I think I'll cut it.
And that has been a goal of mine, to start carrying cash. And that was something I wanted to do. So I guess that's kind of an agenda item for this year too.
Yeah.
But I don't carry it in my wallet.
No.
So I have a little money rubber band. I was using a Riggers rubber band, one of the ITS Riggers rubber
You get
band.
like a money clip.
Well, so I have one now,
Yeah.
but it's a rubber band money clip.
No, like a real money
No,
clip.
I hate those.
I love it. It makes me feel so old.
No, I think they're dumb. I don't know, man. I can't find one that works well.
Really?
Yeah. For some reason, every money clip I've had is too bulky.
See, I got one from my grandfather, and like I don't have it on me, of course. But
I'll put this in the show notes, but this is the one I have right now. So
Whoa.
it almost looks like
that legit is just a rubber band.
so it looks like a what do you call it? It almost looks like a Ranger rubber band.
Yep.
But it's a UV stable black rubber band, and I've tried to use one of our Ranger rubber bands, but they're a little too
tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, too big to
really?
hold cash. Yeah,
Interesting.
if I had a huge wad of cash, I would use one of those. But
Step one.
that's what I like about this rubber band, though, is like even if you had, like, let's say, I'm gonna whittle this down to like 2 bills, and I'll show you. So with a normal rubber band, if you put this around 2 bills,
Folds it.
it would fold it,
Yeah.
and this doesn't.
Interesting.
So
That's pretty cool.
it still has 2 bills sitting on here, and it's
Yeah.
okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's
it
interesting.
has this little metal part that you can replace the rubber band on.
And so that keeps the rubber band
Yeah.
from constricting too
So
tight.
you actually just turn it, and you can pull the rubber band out and replace the rubber band if you had to.
That's pretty cool.
And it comes with an extra just in
Nice.
case. But I don't know. I like it. So I've been trying to do that as well.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's been a goal, is to carry a little bit of cash. And I've thought about going to more cash and less cards, so that I don't have those impulse buys anymore. So
I do a lot of save it and then buy it when I get home.
Yeah?
If it's online.
Yeah.
And then I find when I get home, I'm like, oh, I didn't really need that.
right. Yeah. So there's kind of some inherent value in.
So EDC updates are shredding EDC items.
Well, so yeah, I mean that's honestly what I'm trying to do. I want to carry less stuff in my pockets. And,
Yeah.
You know, I can't bring myself though to downsize like my flashlight.
Right.
So I used to carry a really, really small flashlight,
Yep.
but I found it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, and I've just kind of lived with carrying a larger
It's worth
flashlight.
the
we've
hassle.
and we talked about that in that episode. Is
Yeah.
you know the Streamlight.
Yep.
And how it is one of the most full featured in terms of lumens. Excuse me, flashlight out there that you know is still a decent size where it could fit in the back pocket. So
Oh yeah, I grab mine all the time for stuff.
yeah. So I really like that. I mean, I would love to find a new flashlight that was a little slimmer in profile. So maybe it took like AAA's
That would be
and
cool.
it was still at least 250 lumens. And
I'm still fighting the CR123 fight.
yeah. So I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I hate 123s. I'd rather
Yeah.
go to AAA's or even AA's. But
Double A's would be awesome.
yeah, provided I could use lithiums. But,
Yeah.
Because I know, you know, some electronic devices are kind of finicky when it comes to lithiums, and they don't work well in them.
Yep.
So that's another goal that I've had apart from EDC is just I think that was kind of a 2017 goal, was to finally not use alkaline batteries anymore.
Just bite the bullet and buy
I
the
just kind of
lithiums.
bit the bullet and said, you know what, I'm just going to use lithiums, and yeah, they're shelf stable.
Yep.
They're more shelf stable, and they don't leak under heat. I can't tell you how many batteries have
Find the
leaked.
corrosion
Yeah,
on there.
and I've ruined flashlights like that before.
Oh yeah.
you know?
Remotes,
yeah,
all sorts of stuff. Yep.
exactly. So I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
with the whole alkaline craze,
Yeah.
whatever that is. But yeah, so and then let's see. You know, I'm carrying that Glock 43, so I don't feel like that's really going to slim down much at all.
Right.
I'm still happy with that Haley Strategic Incog that I've been carrying it in. Appendix, it's great. I still love that. Like I mentioned, wallet's I've been trying to slim that down in terms of cards. That's kind of been the big focus. I carry like the same. I'm kind of weird. I'm started to carry the same amount of change. You know,
Like-
I don't know. I carry 4 quarters.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not as weird as if you were to carry like 38 cents exactly.
Well,
You know?
so I don't know if this is kind of a carryover or not, or whether I picked this up because subconsciously I was thinking about it. But the boss I used to have when I worked at a photography studio used to carry around 10 dimes with him all the time. And it was a hark back to when payphones took, it was a dime when made a phone call, so he could make 10 phone calls,
But did he carry it when you couldn't make
Yeah.
phone calls with
Yeah.
a dime? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So he
that's
still,
when it gets
so
weird.
he carried $1 in change, but it was just
Sure.
dimes. And that's what he did.
I mean, 4 quarters isn't too bad. I guess if you
I kind of like having change. Now that I'm carrying cash, I like having a little bit of change.
do you find that you use it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I use it so I don't have to break a bill,
Oh, okay. So you're that guy.
Yeah.
You're the one that gives her the money
Yeah.
and change.
Yes.
It's like, oh, now I have to do 2
Yeah.
things.
Because I hate getting change back. I don't want any change.
Nowadays, they just type in what you gave them to the computer and it tells them what to give you back.
Oh, yeah.
Or it shoots it out for you.
I love confusing people. I go like, oh, I can't find that. Yeah, just take it out of that. And then they give it and they're like, oh, I found it. And they're like, oh.
If you want to
watch
kill
it.
their soul, ask people to count back change for you.
Oh.
They won't even know what you're talking about.
Can you count that back for
Yeah,
me?
they're like, what are you talking? Like, you told me to give you this money, I gave you the money. Yeah.
We went to a nicer restaurant this weekend, and I noticed somebody came over tableside with a credit card machine and just swiped it right there at the table, which
Which
is
is the way it should be.
yeah, I agree.
Apparently, that's the way it is in Europe.
Yeah,
And they think it's crazy that we give somebody our credit card and they disappear behind
Yeah,
a
I
door
know.
and then come back out.
that's what I was getting at, is
Yeah.
that it's gonna cut down on, card theft like that.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a great idea.
yeah, until somebody figures out how to scam the handheld readers, which
Yeah.
I'm sure they already do. But anyway, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that goes back to the card thing and EDC as a whole.
Did you add AirPods this year?
Yeah,
I did too.
I don't carry them everywhere though, so
I
it's
do.
kind of a
Like partial?
Yeah, it's kind of a partial carry. So I took them today because I knew I was going to be at work, and I've been starting to use those instead of headphones at work.
Nice.
So I used to have a pair of Bluetooth headphones that I
Yep.
would wear all the time, and I still have them hanging there on my computer monitor, but
Just
I
not
just
use them?
grabbed the AirPods now.
Nice.
So, and it's kind of weird. It's almost as though it's seamless in that regard too, because when I'm at work, my phone's sitting right there, but yet when I open the AirPods and throw them in, it just connects to my computer. It's like it knows. And then when I leave, and
It goes to the phone.
yeah. So
It's pretty smart.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's pretty
they are
smart.
pretty smart. It's a smart device.
I'll be interested to see how they go forward in the future. I use them in public a lot.
Oh yeah,
Not
me
both,
too.
just one. I don't put both in because I'm afraid I'm going to get stabbed from behind.
Yeah.
But I'll put one in like when I'm grocery shopping.
Yep.
And it changes my life because I don't have to listen to people.
Yeah, I know. I'm much more relaxed when I'm listening to this.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Put a
I
podcast
find that
on.
when I'll put both of them in, I know that that's probably a bad thing to do,
Stay
but
hyper vigilant.
I will admit that I do it. However, my situation awareness goes up.
Yeah.
Because I literally I'm freaking scanning all over the place. And I don't turn the volume up crazy so I can't
Sure.
hear anything. I can
can
still
still
hear. Yeah. But at least when a kid starts crying, I don't have to
Oh, that's true.
freaking.
I haven't dealt with that yet.
Yeah.
I probably would put the second one in.
Yeah.
I'm about to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I wish they would get smaller in terms of the case. I get that it's charging them too, which is an added benefit. But,
Sure.
I would love to see that shrink up too, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yep.
I do want to get. The only reason I want a new iPhone right now is just to go smaller. That's the only reason. Because the reason I went to the 7 Plus is because of the camera, and we use it for work all the time.
Yep.
But now that the 10 is around with as good of a camera, I want the smaller profile in my pocket.
And the
but
wireless
I don't
charging.
want to pay $1,000 for
Yeah.
it. I don't even
That's
care about the wireless charging because
you will when you
it's
get
not wireless.
You will when you get it.
It's not wireless.
I have not
So
ever.
how do you charge right now?
I set it on a mat, and I don't.
Where's
ever
the
think
mat?
about it.
Where's the mat at?
Well, there's one beside my bed, and then I
Okay.
have a stand-up one at my desk.
Is that mat plugged into the wall?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
there you go.
So okay, let's say inductive charging, but I have only plugged this phone in like 3 times in its whole life, like actually plugged it in because I don't need to anymore. So
How do you
like,
back it up?
it does iCloud backup.
That's your only backup?
Yeah, I mean I don't really have anything.
Where's
on
your
my phone.
redundancy?
It's in the cloud. No, I do iTunes sync wirelessly too.
I back up my backup. So I back up manually to iTunes, and then I back
Whoa.
up. Then I back
What's
up.
the
with-
interface like for that? Is that still around?
Yeah.
Whew.
It says back up now, and you push the little button. I do that once a week.
You log in through your mobile me account?
No, I still have my .me address though.
I love it.
I still have an Apple or a, what is it? .mac address? .me?
Dot-
Whatever it is.
Mac.
Mobile me. Yeah. .mac.
Yeah.
I still have a Mac address because they grandfathered everybody and they
Love
just
it.
let them keep it. So still have mine.
That's great.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's everything in terms of EDC that I've been kind of working on.
Nice.
How about you?
So-
Anything else?
I mean, other than the AirPods, I haven't really added anything. I did have on here 2 things. One was the shop tools episode we did.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going to see if you got any extra tools.
I did buy a kick-ass toolbox for Christmas.
Boom. From who?
Yeah. So I used to be a diehard Craftsman guy because my grandfather bought me a Craftsman toolbox when I was 12 or 13.
Oh, one
or
of the
something
good
like
ones,
that.
like
Yeah.
the old metal ones.
Yeah, the red one. But he only bought me
Love
the
it.
top. It wasn't the bottom.
Yeah.
So whenever I finally grew up and got money,
Yep.
I bought myself the bottom one. And then
Love it.
It was funny because the top sat around on the top of a workbench of mine for a long time. And then I got this like red rolling tool cart. So it wasn't actually the bottom of a Craftsman drawer. It was like a red rolling cabinet type thing.
Nice.
And I crammed the toolbox on top of that, and that's what was rolled around for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it was janky as hell because I had like wood blocks
Yeah.
underneath it to like
Yep.
bring it up to the right level. But that worked for a long time, and then I finally upgraded the bottom to something. And now I'm going to give it to Trey because I wanted to kind of pass it down since my
Nice.
grandfather gave me the toolbox.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah, but I got a new one from. Oh hell! Why am I? It's red, just like Craftsman.
Is it the Harbor Freight one?
No,
Not U.S. General.
no.
Oh.
God, Milwaukee. God, why
Oh,
did
nice.
why did I forget that? Yeah, but I think somebody gave me the recommendation to try because my drill broke a long time ago. It's probably like 2 years ago now, and someone gave me the recommendation to try Milwaukee products because a lot of their products are built in the U.S. too. Not
Yeah.
all of them, but some of them are. And that's what I loved about Craftsman is I try to buy U.S. when I can.
Yeah.
I'm not a diehard everything has to be U.S. person, but I try.
Yeah.
And I looked into Milwaukee stuff, and I really loved the drill, and I loved the features that it had, and it's been working phenomenally.
That's awesome.
Way better than Craftsman as far as lasting.
Longevity.
And it goes longer on a charge. I like that the batteries have a little push button indicator to tell you how long they hold charge for, and they actually hold the charge for a really long time, which is good.
That's awesome.
But I was really happy with that, and then I saw this awesome toolbox at Home Depot over Christmas time, and I was like, oh man, that thing
Gotta
is
have
awesome.
it.
Yeah. So I bought that, and it's a full standalone, pretty tall
the whole
toolbox.
thing?
Yeah, so like the lid opens with a pneumatic thing.
So it got speakers in it?
No, it's not one of those. It does have a charge, like a power strip on it though, which is cool.
That's super useful.
Yeah, so you plug it in there, and what's nice is it's built for the chargers they have for the drill, so you can hang those chargers up off the side of the toolbox.
And they run the batteries right in?
Yeah, and they run into the power strip, and then
That's
you just
cool.
throw your batteries on the side of the toolbox. So, yeah,
I'm
really digging that. It's way more space than I need right now that I have for tools.
Now you got to fill it.
I know.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but I like the big area on the top that has like this opening. It's hard to describe because
it's almost like a bread box door, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Yeah, it's a big one. So I actually bought dedicated socket holders for the different size sockets I have. So I love
that kind of stuff.
That was the big thing that I really loved being able to do now, because I used to have them all kind of on this little socket tray in the top of my Craftsman box, and I could never find anything, and nothing was ever labeled. So I just kind of like have to get down and turn the sockets and be like, I don't know what size this is.
Yep.
Yeah. So now the little posts that come up from these socket holders say the size on them, so it's a really really quick reference.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of the big tool stuff, I guess, that I've done lately.
That's cool.
Yeah. How about you?
I keep I'm gonna do it. I keep going on Craigslist, and you'll see like I really want a Snap-on box, but I don't want to pay for a Snap-on box.
Yeah.
But I see on Craigslist every once in a while they'll pop up, somebody's just dumping their box because they lost their job or they quit or they're doing something else, and they're offering them like half price.
Yeah.
So I keep meaning to do it. I just haven't had the time to like delve into it, and I also want to make sure they're not stolen. So like I want to do that, and because I've had 2 separate times where someone has passed away, and I have inherited tools. And so I have huge milk crates full of tools just laying around my garage right now. Dude. And I don't have a big enough toolbox for it. So I think that's going to be my next step.
Well, you should look into those Milwaukee ones. I know you want to snap on
No.
one.
I mean, I haven't looked at the Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I love the sound of the
Well, what was nice about
thing.
it, and some other features that it already had pre-cut drawer liners that it came with, which was nice.
That's a big feature.
And the drawers, they're a ball bearing, just like good ones are.
Yeah.
But they have that feature that some home drawers have, to where you close them and then it stops a little bit before it closes,
like
and
a
then
cushion.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into it.
It's really nice
because I do need one.
Yeah. That's actually what sold me on it. I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. And then I closed the drawer. I was like, oh my god,
sold.
Yeah.
Tell me where I can sign for this.
Right. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and then I had to get it delivered from Home Depot, which they gave me free delivery, which was neat.
That's pretty cool.
Plus, I get my veterans discount there, which was nice. 10% off.
Sold.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, it's been good so far. And, obviously it led me to spend more money on tools, and now I got to fill it. There's actually this one big drawer that I want to take some of that foam that we got. I forget. Kaizen foam.
Yep.
So I want to get a big piece of that and put it in that drawer and have bottles of liquor in there. Don't ask me why.
Like cut them out?
Yeah.
And
I don't know why I want to do it, but I just thought, there's nothing else I want to put in that drawer.
Are the outsides of your drawers labeled?
No.
Oh, what? How do you know what's in my drawer?
I just know.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You got to have a party drawer. When you
Party
open
drawer.
it up, it's like
I love it. Maybe that's the
keep
one
a jar
drawer
of olives in there.
Yeah, that's the one drawer I will label the party drawer.
I like that.
Yeah, but that's my hope, is that I can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want to do it, but anyway.
So, I guess we're already continuing to do that, but I have written down like what gear or skills are we excited for this year or working on this year. Obviously, the 5-item 48-hour challenge is a thing.
Yeah.
Painted ourselves in a corner on that one.
Honestly, what I'd love to do this year, and I keep saying this every year, but I'd love to learn how to paraglide. Nice. Like that's a good one. That's on my bucket list. I don't know if I'll ever get to it, but I want to go do it properly and go to one of the training schools that's on like the West Coast or something. And
yeah,
I forget. There's some other places I have written down of places that do it, but I would love to learn how to do that. And I know that's not technically a real skill per se, but
If you find yourself with a paraglider and you can't, it definitely becomes a skill.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's, I know you can do tandem stuff with them, but like, what am I mean, other than just for thrill seeking, I don't think that it's a,
I don't think it always has to be for use. Sometimes it's for fun.
There was actually, the first time I saw one of those being used was on this old movie. It was before I joined the Navy, but there was this SEAL movie that came out. It was probably after Navy SEALs with Charlie Sheen, so it was like probably early 90s or something like that. Okay. It was called The Finest Hour. And it had
I've heard of that.
Man, what's his name? Rob Lowe. It had Rob Lowe in it, and they were kind of reenacting some Desert Stormish kind of operations.
Sure.
And they used paragliders to like fly into do the special reconnaissance mission type thing. Cool. So that was the first time I saw him.
I want to do that.
Until in the movie, like somebody shot at him and then hit the paramotor, and the guys went down. Like, well, of course,
crap.
The
downside is immediately apparent.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's cool.
It was interesting, and I've always kind of wanted to do that since then, and it's always piqued my interest a little bit. So, but I mean, as far as skill wise, I think I talked on Gear Tasting, the video stuff, about doing more shooting. Like, I really I need to shoot pistol a lot more. That's kind of one of my goals.
Absolutely.
How about you?
I need to shoot more. I have
just shooting in general.
Yeah, I have put shooting range trips on my calendar now. That's the only way I'll stick to them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's helped. But the other thing I want to get into is I want to do some leather making, just like in general.
Yeah.
I've had this I've had this compass pouch saved in a note forever on like a DIY how to do it, and the guy tells you like what to order, what pieces to get, all this kind of stuff, and all you have to do is put it together on a template. So I want to try that out.
You know what you should do, and this is something I've been wanting to do too eventually. I don't know when it'll happen, but that Tandy Leather place is in Fort Worth.
Yes.
And they have classes up there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they're free.
I'm going to have to go there.
Yeah. You literally just show up.
Because that's what I want to do.
You learn the different facets of leather making, and they'll teach you.
Because I love leather
because it benefits
stuff.
them. They've got this brand new huge building there, and they've got all these tables set up for like this education area. So
get a bunch of people to buy leather.
Yeah, exactly.
And they've got good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that out. But I am not going to start up an Etsy shop and sell a bunch of little stuff. Because that seems to be the thing.
People getting into...
It's the very hipster thing of like, you come up with a really interesting name.
Bougie leather making.
Leatherworks, something.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of anything else that I'm sure I've always got goals for the year, but.
Sure. We talked a little bit about that in our like no resolutions episode.
Yeah.
But this is different because this is a year of Gear Tasting Radio.
I know. It's really kind of crazy that we've been doing this.
I don't feel like it's been 52 episodes. I
like it. Hopefully you guys like it too.
Yeah, hopefully.
We've been enjoying chatting with you guys for 52 episodes. So, I will make a little update. I'm probably still going to push Patreon at the end of this episode, but they've really been screwing with us lately, and I haven't been happy with them. So, I'm just going to be honest.
We'll just throw that out there.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll still be doing stuff with Patreon, but I don't know. I might find a way to incorporate some of the benefits that we're already giving out to everybody into our existing membership type stuff, create a new level or something. But they've been withholding payments from us, and it's just been kind of strange. And they made
that great experience.
Well, they made that huge change where they started charging more to the patrons that we're supporting and making them pay for, what was it? It wasn't taxes.
Some sort of fee, like
a
payment processing
the credit card processing fee. They pushed that onto their...
and that wasn't something creators asked for.
Yeah.
That was
they really
them.
kind of screwed a bunch of people. And we did have some people drop over that, and rightfully so.
Absolutely.
But anyway, since we're on kind of this updated yearly thing...
As long as we're taking the cat out of the bag.
As long as I'm talking about things that we need to do differently. Anyway, so keep an eye out for some changes maybe. I'm not really sure what we're going to do yet. I probably shouldn't have even mentioned it until we're ready to do something, but
you know what? Shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
Ask questions later.
All right, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks again for a year. 52 episodes has been awesome, and we're looking forward to the next 52. Thanks for listening. All right, so remember, if you have questions on Gear Tasting Radio, please use the # Gear Tasting on any social media network, and we will find them and get them answered either here on Gear Tasting Radio or on our Gear Tasting episodes on YouTube. And be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, we would appreciate you leaving a review and rating. That's how Apple is able to shoot our podcast to other demographics and other people to listen. So we would love a 5-star review. Hopefully we have done what is necessary to garner a 5-star review. But if
We're
not,
going into the woods for 2 days.
Yeah. Okay. We're in the woods, okay? We just need 5 stars. Anyway, it helps us grow the show, makes it better. So we would love for you to review the show on Apple Podcast. I can't say Apple Podcast,
I know,
man.
it's tough.
iTunes.
Yeah.
I can't.
They conditioned us for 10 years.
Yeah. Anyway, last but not least, check out our Patreon page. I think we already talked about that.
Or don't, maybe. Who knows?
Honestly, check it out. We're still there. So patreon.com/ITS Tactical. We do have many benefits to give you in return, and those are not going anywhere. No matter what happens, you will be taken care of. You will be taken care of. So don't feel like we're just going to drop you and forget about your contribution, because it does mean a lot to us, and it's not going anywhere. So again, thanks for listening. This has been an awesome year, and we will see you next week.